So Judas Priest's going to be in town in October.
In Rocktober, you mean? Hello, and welcome to Revue de Bourbon, a podcast dealing with all things bourbon. I'm your co-host, Dusty, and along with my co-host, Wayne, we're just a couple of guys who love to talk about bourbon. So, whether you're at home, at work, or just in your car, sit back, relax, kick your feet up, pour yourself a drink, and enjoy the show. Welcome back, y'all, to an all-new Revue de Bourbon. Let's give it up.
We're the show where we review the bourbon.
Yes, we do. Very well put. I am your co-host, Dusty Pockets.
And I am your co-host, Wayne Thornton.
Wayne, what's going on, man?
Oh, just, living the American dream.
Yeah, you are. We just had a cocktail upstairs, little pregame meeting. And what do you think, by the way?
I think it's pretty damn good.
It's really good.
What was it called?
It's called the Kentucky Buck.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a great summertime cocktail for bourbon. We've got lemon, strawberry, simple syrup, a dash of bitters, bourbon, obviously, and ginger ale on top, or ale 8.
Ale 8 is a good drink.
Yeah, it's so good. And you can use ginger beer, too, but...
Can you buy that very far outside of Kentucky?
You know, I don't know. I hope so.
Used to, you couldn't get it anywhere other than
right.
Kentucky, and then their distribution's branched out since then. But
are they still independent, or do they get sold, do you think?
No, I don't think they're completely independent. They're part of, I think, maybe the Dr. Pepper 7-Up company.
Oh, really?
Or
Dr. Pepper's still kind of independent, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Although somehow it's not, if somebody has Pepsi, they usually have Dr. Pepper too.
Right.
I don't know how that works. But they don't have 7-Up. They have Sierra Mist.
I know.
Dr. Pepper's like Mr. Pibb that's not as good, though.
That's true. And then there's some really good, when you get in that sarsaparilla stuff, that's what I like.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper and bourbon's actually not too bad.
Mm-hmm. How many flavors are in Dr. Pepper?
I believe 23.
Is it 23?
Yes.
Wow. Good job. I was thinking a higher number for some reason. That's still a lot.
But
I guess.
You can't call that a cocktail. People do that, and it irritates me.
They call it Dr. Pepper a cocktail?
No, like Jack and Coke.
Oh, right.
It's not a cocktail.
That's just a mixed drink.
Yeah. This
Agreed.
is a cocktail.
Yes. So what I did was a squeeze of a lemon wedge, full strawberry. Go ahead and muddle that up. Pour in your simple syrup, about an ounce, couple ounces of bourbon, and shake the
bourbon to taste.
Yeah. Shake the hell out of that. Pour it out over some ice. Top it off with ale 8 and garnish. I like to garnish with a full strawberry just perched right on the rim there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, looks nice.
If you want to see a picture of that cocktail, actually, you can go to revuedebourbon.com. And if you haven't been there, you can kind of scroll through all of our episodes and get caught up.
It's REVUEDE bourbon.com.
That's correct. And if you want to follow us on social media, same deal. Or you can just subscribe to us on iTunes, and while you're there, leave us a nice review.
Hey, there's the other co-host.
Yeah. We got Ted down here tonight making an appearance. Ted, you say something, man? Yeah, anyway, we got Ted here tonight. We were thinking we might have Hot Rod with us tonight, but whoop, there he is. He can't make it, so no big deal. We'll see him next time, I guess. So anyway, what do you think of the cocktail overall?
I like it. It's pretty refreshing. Well, I like all the ingredients that are in it.
It's a little more challenging to come up with a cocktail for bourbon in the summertime. You know, you really gotta. I mean, it's not as easy as like vodka or gin.
Yeah, gin's
those are
really
real
easy.
Yeah,
gin, rum, all those.
Right.
Yeah, bourbon's not doesn't lend itself to what people would consider summery flavors.
Right. Yeah, but this works out really well. You got to get creative a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and this is a good one.
This one and my favorite that we've done so far, the Kentucky Cousin.
That's right. And last episode we did the Kentucky with the OJ and Campari.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Kentucky Sunrise.
There we go. Yeah.
Except you used Campari instead of grenadine, which
right.
I think was a good choice.
Yes. So, yeah, we might just keep on this Kentucky kick with cocktails. Why not?
Probably
and
should.
if we run out, we'll just make up the name and stick Kentucky in front of it. No, know the difference.
Probably not.
Yeah. Cool. So that's a fun little summer cocktail for you all to enjoy. Moving on to our next segment, I'm super excited about this. In case you guys didn't know, Wayne happens to be somewhat of a specialist in horticulture with this main focus in turf/grass, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't you give us a tip? I'm sure there's a lot of people right now some homeowners that are having some trouble with their lawns.
It's summer. So,
yeah, exactly. We seem to be in a little bit of a drought, and you're probably getting some weeds and some other grasses you don't want. Wayne, can you just tell us what a typical grass might be doing today and some of the struggles it might be facing?
Yeah, well, most people in their lawns are going to have tall fescue. And a lot of times there's some bluegrass and rye grass mixed into that. Among those 3 different kinds, there's so many different varieties of each.
Okay.
But those are your 3 standard for a lawn in this area.
Gotcha. Midwest.
Yep, Midwest and a good part of the South. You get a lot of disease in years like this when we get a lot of rain and it's been cool a lot, humidity's high.
What happens?
Well, you see a lot of rust and gray leaf spot, some dollar patch. Starting to see this time of year, maybe getting a little brown patch.
Is there anything a typical homeowner should be doing, like maintenance-wise, in the middle of the summer?
Really, your maintenance should be done in the fall. Then, you can treat for weeds, and spring's not a bad time to do it. I like to do that in late summer going into fall. Mm-hmm. And then in the fall, if you need to reseed, you can do that. And the thing that a lot of people don't do, that's the best thing you can do for your lawn, would be to fertilize in the late fall. Sometime around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, and I probably did it this year, I would fertilize in the spring. Why wouldn't I do that?
Because the main thing that does for you is make you have to mow more. That's why you seed and or fertilize in the fall, is because that way the roots have time to develop over the winter so that by the time July hits, you got deep roots and you don't have to water as much.
Well, that was fun. I definitely learned something there. Thanks, Wayne.
Well, you're welcome.
Up on the chopping block today, the bourbon chopping block.
Yeah.
We're going to see if this one makes it through the gauntlet. It is. Wayne, you want to set the bourbon up?
Sure. We'll get some Old Charter 8, which I believe is 8 year.
Mm-hmm.
It says Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, gently
Okay.
matured for 8 seasons in century-old brick warehouses.
Ooh, very nice.
He said you're finding this all over the place now, right?
Yeah, that is around. And supposedly they're dropping their age statement, but this is one of the 8 years.
So maybe this is one of the last of the 8 years.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see about that. I have seen it a lot of places, so we'll see if that still continues.
And it says distilled, aged, and bottled by Old Charter Distillery Co., which I believe is short for company.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
But we know that to be the Buffalo Trace Distillery.
It is Buffalo Trace. It started a long time ago, like many bourbons. It came up through, I believe, the Taylor family back in the day.
It also says that consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
I did not know any of that.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Well, let's just keep drinking.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So it was acquired by the Bernheim Distillery at one point, which is a very famous distillery that is now, I believe, defunct. But it might be, they may have brought it back. But a lot of great bourbon came out of there. All the greats that nobody can find anymore came out of there. And then it moved its way finally to Diageo and then Sazerac, which is Buffalo Trace. And here we are with a old charter. I believe this costs, it's definitely under 20. I want to say like $16.99. It's a pretty cool little label, yellow.
Yeah.
I like colors on bottles.
It's kind of retro looking.
Yeah, yellow and blue.
The
It
shape
looks
of the
tasty.
bottle's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, it's got the little ridges in it. Good looking bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I dig. We'll go ahead and pour ourselves a little sniff here.
Really, the only thing they could have done to make the bottle any better would be, just for appearance sake, like a cork or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting a lot of bourbons and other whiskeys recently where the cork starts to fall apart.
Really?
And you end up drinking little pieces of it.
Wonder why that is.
I don't know. And it's not restricted to one brand either.
Right. It must have something to do with bourbon itself.
Or
maybe it dries it out or something.
Maybe wherever we're harvesting cork from, there's some kind of problem.
Well, we're running out of cork, I believe.
Oh, that's it.
Yes. You realize cork is just like a tree.
Right. It's just wood.
Yeah, it's wood. It's a crazy wood. That is, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It took me probably 15 years or so to finally learn that cork isn't something. I thought it was like just compressed wood shavings or something. I don't know. I just never thought about it. It's so weird.
We have synthetic corks that are made out of. They adhere stuff together or make them out of, foam or rubber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of wines are doing that. But I think the best way for a wine to be preserved is actually a screw top.
I think so.
And so you'll see some wines with that, but the people, the aficionados love the cork thing and, blah, blah, blah.
I just can't get into wine.
Yeah, it's fun to drink.
Yeah, I like Pinot Noir.
That's probably my favorite red.
I like Zinfandel.
Mm-hmm.
Not White Zin.
Like a good Chianti.
Yeah, those are good sometimes.
Yeah, with my lasagna.
With your lasagna?
Yeah, big meatballs. All right, that was my best, Joe Pesci.
That wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't. All right, moving on to the old Charter 8. I'll do some more impressions later on. You can just throw out a name and I'll do it. Just maybe not now, but whenever. Just throw out a name. Go ahead.
Okay. How about...
If this works out, this might be a new segment.
How about Ozzy Osbourne?
Hey, Sharon, will you go to the TV and give the bread? Fuck. How's that?
That's actually pretty good. But that being said, Ozzy Osbourne's pretty fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. He's been through a lot. He has a reason to talk like that.
He can still sing. It's
kind of strange. He can sing. You can understand what he's saying better through song than just normal speech.
And his voice is still pretty good, which most people that are his age and still trying to continue their music career, it's pretty... I feel bad for some of them, but he's doing pretty good.
He's fine. All right, here we go. I'm smelling a lot. I'm smelling orange. I'm smelling a little piney pine scent. Pine cone. Orange and pine cone.
Kind of like an orange zest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could almost describe it as it smells kind of like fresh.
Not offensive at all.
No.
Very nice on the nose.
You don't really even smell any alcohol at all. That's very smooth. There's definitely a lot of vanilla there, but there's like a lemony kind of flavor that's like, not like the fruit, but like if you have a lemon dessert, that kind of taste.
Okay.
There's some of that there.
Okay. Like a tanginess, maybe?
Oh, just a little bit.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit of corn.
Do you get any of that kind of sweet lemon type flavor at all?
I don't know. I don't taste vanilla. I guess it's still a little bit more piney to me. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty consistent going down.
Yeah.
There's a little bite to it, and that continues as you swallow. Tastes stronger than an 80 proof.
It does.
I'm kind of having a tough time reading that, but I know I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a little water in there, maybe an ice cube. See if this opens any flavors up. If you're new to the show, I personally recommend at least trying most bourbons with a piece of ice. Especially, I mean, it just kind of opens some up a lot. Some it doesn't, but I kind of prefer it.
You can smell wood now that I've added a little more water.
Man, the smell is fantastic with a little water. It's completely non-offensive.
It tastes a lot more corn, though.
Corn is kind of up front, and then I think it gets a little more sweet as it goes down with a nice little burn on the back end. All right, so what else have we done that's 80?
I don't know. I'd have to look back through
Is
what we
Jim
did.
Jim Beam?
Jim Beam is.
What about the Black Label?
I think that's 86.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I guess we haven't done Basil Hayden,
No.
which we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Have we done any Four Roses?
Wow, I don't know.
We have to. Soon.
Oh my god.
Next time, if we haven't.
We got to.
Yeah.
It might be a double tasting next time.
Or triple.
Mm-hmm.
All three.
Oh, do that?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I've got some single barrel.
Okay.
I could go buy yellow because
Yeah.
that's my favorite 80 proof whiskey. And then
Small
some
batch.
Small batch. Because those are all a lot alike but very different.
And all great.
Yeah,
Huh.
Four Roses is one of the best distilleries.
Boy, a blind taste with those three would be very interesting.
Well, we should do that.
It's a date, Wayne. Do you accept?
Well, when you put it that way, I don't know.
All right. What are we giving this overall value? 1 to 5, Wayne. Lay it on us.
3.75.
No, you can only go in halves.
4.
Oh, you went up to the 4. Okay. I will give this.
I didn't want to give it a 4.
Okay.
Well, it's a tie then.
You want 3.75.
I want
We'll give it to you.
3.75.
All right. Damn it.
It's not a 4.
Okay. I'll do 3.5.
3.5.
I say, looks fantastic. Both the bottle and the bourbon.
It holds up pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It's good in a cocktail. It's what we used in our Kentucky Buck. Kentucky Buck. I feel like I didn't say that strong enough. That worked out well in a cocktail. It works out well neat. It's good on ice, too. But I'd say I prefer it neat.
Yeah, I think it's better that way.
And it looks good in your bar as well, which I always like shelf appeal. A cool bar is going to have good-looking bottles like cheap ones, Old Granddad, like that orange, this is yellow. I like that stuff. That looks real. Those real slick bottles I'm not into. This looks old school. Well done, Old Charter. Keep it up. And don't lose your age statement.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today at Revue de Bourbon. We'll be back with you next time. It looks like we're going to have a lot coming at you, so get ready. Thanks for joining us once again. We've had a boatload of fun. A little too much fun, maybe. Nah, we can't ever have too much fun, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No. Thanks so much for listening. And until next time, this is Dusty.
I've been Wayne.
And we have been Revue de Bourbon. We'll catch you on the flip side. Yo.
Yo. So I said to me mate the other day, no, that was Australian. Fuck.
I love the Rammstein, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Das ist accept.
This is not the Rammstein that I listened to earlier.
Nein, this is not the Rammstein.